Hello, I'm Jashikins, and welcome to this week's episode of Jash Talks, and I have bad lighting again. With me this week, as always, is my British co-host, Omar.
I feel like British was said insulting me there. That should be an upgrade. That's very much an upgrade. That's 2 extra levels, okay? That's like picking base class awesomeness, alright? Yes, continue.
And with us for the first time is his girlfriend, Abby.
Hello. Hi. I get my own I get a drum set. That's like.
Okay, I have the drums.
Right there.
Well, I couldn't afford the sticks. Hey.
Glad to be here.
With returning to this podcast again is Neko.
Hello!
Neko, cousin, let's go bowling.
What? That's funny.
I'm sorry, you gave me the setup.
And finally returning with us is JimB.
Yep. I already had my intro with the obligatory Grand Theft Auto reference. I'm sorry, Jash, you gave me the setup.
I accidentally give everyone a chance.
Pound checker.
Wow.
And this week's podcast will be a review of Big Hero 6. So if you haven't seen the movie, what are you doing with your life? Go see it and return, but leave this podcast on so we get views.
Translation, if you haven't seen this movie, fuck you!
And
watch it and be back here 10 minutes ago.
And if you're watching this live, Zero viewers, comment, ask questions about Big Hero 6 or anything I'm currently doing or upcoming projects, and I'll answer them. I have my phone on vibrate, so I will know if anyone sends any comments, which has only happened once.
It was a good comment though, you gotta admit.
Yeah, it was. I was like a little fangirling, but having to keep calm. Someone pays attention to me. I'm lonely. Okay. The plot of this movie is the special bond that develops between plus-sized inflatable Baymax and prodigy hero Hamada, who team up with a group of friends to form a band of high-tech heroes. The first question, as always, is what did you think of the movie overall?
God damn, it was good. You know, it was like, the best example of what it was like, it was like when you're really hungry, and just like, it's like you haven't eaten all day, and like, all of a sudden, just a burger appears. It's not just a burger, it's a real good burger. It's a juicy burger. The patty is juicy, okay? The bread is like, bumpy and like, it's freshly baked. You can tell it's fresh, but you smell that fresh smell. You take a bite out of it, right? And this juice flies out in every direction. Tasty, tasty burger juice.
And,
Like
are there crinkle-cut sea salt fries on the side?
oh my god, they are. and there's ketchup on some of them for ye who like that. There's some mustard. There's a little private kind of mustard to the side. And you know what? You don't have one can of Coke. You don't have 2 cans of Coke. You have 3 cans of Coke.
Ooh.
Oh.
Damn, you're making me hungry, man.
That's just about it.
Get all my
I just want a burger.
Actually, this is probably better than when he was describing an orgasm for having a Jeffrey die on Game of Thrones. This is actually a little more calm and appealing.
So you're just setting it up. You're just asking him for that now. Whatever he's about to say is completely based on what you just said.
Here's the thing. Joffrey's death, I realize this, Joffrey's death is the most beautiful thing television or movies has ever seen and will ever see ever. Nothing's going to be better than that. Nothing can ever be better than that. Except for maybe the death of that guy in the Red Wedding. Yeah, that'll be pretty good too. But still not as good. Joffrey was simply dead.
I am disappointed in one thing from the movie version. We don't get to see a dragon Baymax.
A what?
A what?
You heard me.
literally all the exact same reaction.
Covered in armor
Yeah, he looked like
would become a dragon in the comics.
he looked like a cross between a Chinese dragon and the creature from the Black Lagoon.
I'm googling that shit right now.
What I
Right
heard
now I'm
like
googling it.
from the creature of the
just
Black
did.
Lagoon is that they say it's deep in this rainforest, and me being a Floridian say, hey, I recognize that's Florida.
Holy shit, it is just a dragon. Like, it's not like it's an armor that looks like a dragon. He's become a dragon. Actually, it looks more like the Hulk fucked a dragon and became this thing.
I'm pretty sure there's some Rule 34 art of that happening.
Oh god, no! Oh!
Hey, anyone wants any, creepy sexual stuff, just contact me. I have no bounds.
Trust me, I've
I
used
feel like
it.
that is not something you should advertise on YouTube. You're gonna get like
No,
spam in your email like nobody's business.
We did a whole episode on my smut, so I have
No, I'm aware. But like you're gonna get someone who's just gonna be like, hey, I want something on nail polish, and you can throw in like some fox there a little bit. Just like, no, you just paint the toenails of a fox. Just let me watch that for a second. And that's what you're gonna get in your email.
I can't wait.
That is the most horrifying thing ever.
And I didn't even get started on the upholstery.
Oh, okay, let's come back to the question. Okay, I heard something from Neko. Jim, did you comment on the movie?
I guess what I can say is it's kind of it's a formulaic hero movie, but it just hits all the right spots. It's got a good build-up, good character presentation, an intriguing premise, a lot of good action sequences, some real depth when it comes to fights. It's not just standard, not just standard Power Rangers punch 'em ups. So I don't know, and it's got some really heartfelt moments. It's a game that doesn't do anything new, but it does everything right.
Mm. I actually agree with that. I don't think it has anything actually new in it. Like, every one of the heroes has basically some stereotype based in them, but it definitely is the perfect eventuality of all of them. It's like, really, as it stands, this is the best version of any kind of stereotype for this kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay, something I have noticed in stories is cliches are everywhere, but do them right. That is the major.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's not like, the entire human race is based on the idea of rehashing old ideas. But the question is if you can make that new idea feel better, look better, and seem more entertaining. And I think
Exactly.
a lot of the time the failure to do that is why some shows don't work. Like there was a show that came after X-Files that was basically X-Files, and it was shit because it didn't do anything different.
Yeah.
That's just the best example I can come up with because I can't think of anything else at this point.
There were a lot of shows that tried to copy the X-Files but didn't do anything different. You're gonna have to be a little more specific.
It was Millennium or something like that. I think so. Something.
Oh
about-
yeah. Well, which is weird because they were both Chris Carter shows.
That's not a good thing there. The man, he was clearly coasting on his fame.
Yeah, no, at least he tried to go for a more comedic take with the lone gunman.
Yeah.
But
Apparently, X-Files coming back, by the way, so that's something to talk about. Yeah. More about Big Hero 6. One thing I do think was actually, how to put it, different, but I thought was really good. I liked the mum a lot. I think the mum and the family and Tadashi, they were all great. Like, it's the first time where I actually liked the characters of the family, and when I wasn't particularly meant to. Like, it's not that I was meant to hate her, it's just she wasn't a main character, she was a side character. And, like, I liked her. She was funny.
Yeah, their aunt.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Aunt Cassie.
yeah.
yeah.
She's funny, she's an entertaining character. She's a very good character, I feel like normally you ignore that in these kind of movies. Like, the mum role, held by Auntie or whatever, is normally a boring, kind of vanilla role whose usual job is to end up getting in trouble at some point. But she was interesting. Same with Dashi. He was actually... At first I was annoyed because I was like, oh, main character isn't the smartest in the world. But then I saw that there was a very good relationship there, and like his loss actually made me quite sad. I was like, oh, I like that guy with his douche cap and everything.
There is something that does irk me now that I've seen the original comic information. As much as they did the whole brother thing correctly, in the comics it was originally his dad. He had no brother.
Oh.
No, maybe they felt that the loss would be more of an impact if it was someone like, I guess, closer in age to Hero.
Yeah, probably. I think also I
Disney
get a
has
feeling
this thing about
legitimizing.
killing parents.
Well, yeah, but I think at the
Yeah,
same
and
time, it kind of legitimizes the relationship between Hero's brother and the Doctor as similar to the one that Hero has with the Doctor, which makes the betrayal better. And at the
Yeah.
same time, it makes more sense for the brother to be involved with the team of the kids than the dad. I understand the
Yeah.
dad is probably the teacher in the alternate universe, but still, I
Yeah.
feel like being the brother makes it more likely that they would end up interacting.
Yeah,
There
it
is something like
wouldn't make
that
sense
I
for.
noticed. Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, yeah, it wouldn't really make sense for Hero to team up with people who are like in their 30s.
Exactly. See, I think this way is a lot more realistic, but also more emotional.
Yeah, there's something like I think what Big Hero 6 did a really good job with is there isn't a lot of tragedy that is noticeable in like children's shows. I think it's the same with How to Train Your Dragon. At the end of I don't want to spoil anything, but if you haven't seen How to Train Your Dragon, just sadness in my heart for you. And when he loses his leg, that's a tragic moment, and that's like a moment that's like normally it isn't in children's shows. So like the loss of the brother and the betrayal is like a moment of tragedy that is another level of emotionality, another level of psychology that makes it not only enjoyable for children to watch, but also enjoyable for an older audience. And that's just something that I noticed. They put a lot of things in that was more enjoyable for not only children, but for a wide audience of ages and stuff like that. So that was one thing that I really liked about the the concepts and the production of Big Hero 6.
I actually agree completely with that. There are no objections here. Anyone else?
Oh. I guess that means I have to answer a question.
Well, I think what's happened here is we all agree very much on that same subject.
Yep.
Yeah. It's a very well put together movie. The graphics, the character relationships.
Oh, that's such a good point, actually, now you mention it.
And then the song that plays, I was like, that sounds like a Fallout Boy.
It is, I believe.
Yeah, and
It
I
is.
looked that up and I was like, I knew it.
Yep.
But the music video they have for the song is just crappy. It's just like a record spinning the whole time and them changing angles.
A lot of times, music videos can be crap.
Yeah. Well, it's such a good. They could have in a clip. They could have shown clips of the movie. In between the record spinning.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just yeah. I was like, hey, I'm going to see the music video. Oh, this is. Hey, paint drying. Hi.
Well,
As a side note, can I just point out, you mentioned the graphics. I want to point that out too. I loved the aesthetics. The city looked amazing. The characters looked brilliant. I loved the fluidity. I loved the way they were drawn. It was so cartoony and so fluid and moving-y. It was like watching jelly or like a
speaking of
custard move around.
city, my mom spotted a few buildings that actually were based on real life places.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if the way they created this place is just by getting Tokyo and slapping it on top of San Francisco and seeing what fit.
Yeah.
Probably.
Probably there was a big old mix-up because the area name in the movie is a combination of Tokyo and San Fran.
Yeah.
The thing is, I should have, got to read the IMDb page for this movie sooner because I didn't probably even cover half of the trivia page. But they mentioned that, when they designed the city, that this comes from a universe where after the San Francisco fire happens, they rebuild it with some of Tokyo. So it is
What, did you
really
just nick
supposed
Tokyo?
to be a mashup.
Well, that was
No, hold up. We're talking about that. We are talking about that. Everyone, shush. Right. Are you telling me that at some point the Americans thought, hey, someone's fucked up San Francisco. You know what we should do? Let's nick Tokyo from the Japanese, and they just went over to Tokyo.
Okay, I think
brought
part of the
That's
combination.
the best Japanese architect.
You gotta imagine how that would be. I mean, did they strap ropes to biplane?
We had a bunch of
We
people
just-
with
we
black
just
and
tell
white
it-
striped shirts
oh,
holding big
look
flags
at
of Tokyo.
Can I geek out for a second?
Trying to speak.
Okay, researching the original Hero 6, they were a hero group from Marvel based in Japan, a Japanese hero group, which would actually make a whole lot of sense when they decided to combine San Fran with Tokyo in the Disney version. They wanted to give something familiar to the U.S., but they wanted to hold something true to the original story.
Yeah,
So
but
basically, the original story does not take place in America.
Of course.
Nope.
Realize that? I was under the impression that it did.
it still sounds amusing because I can just imagine one day in in the early 20th century, people of Tokyo wandering around. Where the hell did our buildings go? I don't know, but I smell sourdough bread.
Sourdough bread is awesome. Put some clam chowder in it and eat. It's delicious.
You guys are just saying words I don't understand. Don't you know what sourdough is? Don't know what clam chowder is? That sounds like poo. That sounds like vagina
It's
poo.
delicious.
Yeah.
Show up British
You
person.
British don't know clam chowder. Shame on you.
Spotted dick. You're complaining
Look,
about
plastic is a
and
pudding,
you have
okay?
something
Do
called
not insult a
spotted dick.
pudding. Puddings are good. Plus I can call them pudding. Pudding's just such a nice word, isn't it? Pudding. 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 Nice, isn't it? Say it. Say it. Say it. Say pudding. Say it. Say it. Okay, don't say it. Say it. Come on, someone say it.
Pudding.
There we go.
Jello pudding.
Well, okay, let's go on to the next question, or else we'll be spending 2 hours. What did you think of the relationships between the characters? The relationships, between Baymax and Hero, between the group, between Hero and his brother?
I thought Hero and his family had a very good relationship. I thought it was much more realistic. I felt like the brother and the aunt were given more personality than just insert family stereotype here. They appeared to have lives of their own, thoughts of their own. They had personalities, and it was funny watching them. Like, I wouldn't mind watching an Aunt Cassie movie. It'd be like Sex and the City, except worth watching. I thought all the heroes were interesting. I loved the way they changed them from the comics. I saw the comics, and the way they changed them was enough to make them a lot more interesting. I think it made them all a variety of characters, like a Skittles box or a variety chocolate box of characters, and it was good. They were all pretty funny. I think everyone could find the character they liked in it. The only one that kind of grated on me was Fred.
Oh, Fred was
Fredzilla?
Fred. He was a little ridiculous, but he became more likable as time went on. But he was so utterly ridiculous that I didn't get on with it so much. But I feel I think you need a little more character development. That's all you need.
Honestly, the original Fred, his tech powers in the movie, you see him in a costume of a monster. In the comics, he became a real monster.
So he became a monster.
Yes. He was a Mewtwo who could transform into a Godzilla-like creature. They were making references to that in the movie.
Fucking harsh.
That would have been awesome to see.
That would have actually been good. Imagine the fucking turmoil that would have been shown up in the movie.
Let's see, Fredzilla?
Wasn't adult enough? Guess what? He's been turned into a monster. He's never going to turn back again. Ha ha.
Yep.
I don't think he would mind being stuck as Fredzilla.
No, probably not.
Okay, I just looked him up on the wiki. Oh, the picture is nice.
What?
What exactly does that mean? What you're saying? I'm like,
Let me. I don't know if y'all can see it from here. I am posting a link in the chat.
Oh, the chat thingy that I totally forget about all the time.
Okay, that does look kind of cool.
Okay, yeah. I don't go anywhere else on the web when I'm, filming the podcast just because.
Understandable, but the link is there for when you're done. Or I could put it in Skype afterwards.
You should put it in Skype afterwards because then I'll actually see it.
Putting it now. You could check after.
Right,
Can I say something about the characters now? What I really liked about the character development and going back to the loss of Tadashi, the way that each of them handled their grief and the patience that they had with Hiro really developed them like as very likable. Like each of them understood that they had to give him his space, but they still wanted to be a part of his life and show Hiro that they were still there for him. And in that way, I think they really developed more than a friendship. They really developed almost like a brotherhood, if you will. Like with this loss, that they just kind of took care of each other. And so with that, I think that they really developed the characters and the relationships well, and especially with having Baymax there as like a constant, like a just like a support system. He didn't understand what had happened emotionally or psychologically, so he was just there as a physical, like sometimes you just need that physical friend there that isn't going to say anything, just have them there. And so I think that a lot of that just really developed the characters fairly well in terms of what you could see in the 90 minutes or whatever it was for a movie.
I like how it wasn't immediate, it wasn't instantaneous. It took time for Hiro to warm up to the others.
Right.
More sort of realistic.
I agree with that. There's one thing that did strike me as a little unrealistic. I didn't understand why the entire group of those fellows kind of were so supportive of Hiro. I know they were like good friends with his brother, but I didn't feel like they knew him enough to put in that significant amount of an effort to see if he was okay.
I think something that they didn't really mention in detail in the movie is the fact that Tadashi really loved his little brother and would talk about them. They knew who he was when he walked in, like, oh, you're Hiro.
Hold on.
So like
That's made me sad now.
Yeah, so like you could tell that he talked about him and that they knew him before they met him. And so I think that was another thing that they really needed to help him when he lost his brother.
Yeah.
So like for them, it was like they were by helping him, they were helping almost themselves by like kind of carrying on Tadashi's will.
Almost,
they needed to be together to like help with the grieving process.
Which is really sad.
Oh no, this is really the happy stuff. Yeah, they would know about Hiro before they met him, and maybe they spend so much time and effort on Hiro when his brother died because maybe they were paying his brother back. We can't help you now because you're dead, but we'll help your brother that you loved and cherished.
Yeah. And in the Japanese culture, I mean, the family is a staple. I mean, it is just that is your main priority. And when you have friends that feel like your family, that in ways I felt like the characters felt like a family. Almost.
Yeah.
And so, especially when you think of it as this is a Japanese culture, like they're meant to be Japanese superheroes, and that's what they're about. They're like, it's family values. So it would be about helping him completely, and so that would develop their characters pretty well in terms of their relationships.
Quick side note. I love how they redesigned Baymax because I don't know much about comics, but the comic version, but I do know that from what I've seen, Baymax in the comics is very different.
Yeah.
Just very different, and the one in the movie is so
180.
fluffy, nice and happy, and just a cute. Even when he's armored up, he's adorable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I like that. I like that he's like armored up to the core, and he's still polite and stuff, even when he's in battle mode.
Hairy baby.
He's a bit more violent.
Yeah. Oh god, I love drunken Baymax. That's what he is. I don't care. Low battery my ass. It seems like he took a couple too many shots.
Yep.
Well,
Didn't you both? That's weird. Both you and Abby refer to Betamax in that state as drunken Betamax before you talked. That's how much he looks like drunken Betamax.
I mean, he's just drunk.
Like,
He jumped out a window. Like, come on, you don't say that unless you're drunk.
that's low battery. We're connected, Abby. We're connected.
Right. And if it had been a, PG-13 or a rated R movie, it wouldn't have been a low battery Baymax. Because it was for children. It's a low battery.
I see what you did there.
This is Jash Talks, the height of, academia. We're very proper.
God, goes.
We have
I had to lower class. It was getting too classy in here.
too much class.
Too much.
Can't have that. No classes allowed in here. You think you're gonna be dining with fucking cutlery? Fuck that shit. You eat that shit with your hands.
This ain't no tea party.
I actually just noticed a trend out of the characters they picked for the Disney version versus what they had available in the original comic version. They could have brought in the two fire-based mutants or the two different samurais.
Yeah, well, they can't. Remember, they still don't have the rights to. Disney doesn't have the rights to use mutants. That's still Fox.
Yeah, like with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., then humans are in place of, mutants.
Yeah. I like that, but I don't like it at the same time. Couldn't put that out. That's all I'm gonna say. Everyone watching, that's my opinion on the matter.
Okay, back to Big Hero 6. Okay, who hasn't answered the question?
What's the question?
The relationships.
Yeah.
I think we all have, probably. Oh, wait, no, Jim, I don't think you have.
No, I answered.
Did you? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's it. I think we all answered it.
Okay.
Next question!
Moving on.
Someone's echoing, and it's amusing. Who is your favorite character?
Go-Go.
Baymax.
And Cassie.
Okay, why are they your favorite characters?
I didn't answer.
Oh, Neko?
I'm trying to figure out.
Not at all. Okay, those of you who have answered, tell me why you picked those characters.
I like Go-Go because she's the most badass.
Valid statement.
I
I would agree with you, honestly.
Well, I mean, I apologize. I know it sounds kind of I know it sounds kind of cliche, but she is one of the most awesome characters in the movie. I mean, and she's also very pragmatic. She knows when shit's getting real and when action has to be taken, like when they're being chased by yokai and Wasabi has to stops at the red light. Yeah,
I only got it on my shirt once.
There are no red lights in a car chase.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's quiet, but she's no nonsense. She has fun, but she knows when to take action, and she's she's definitely very deep. She's the first person who takes action to stop a hero when he's trying to kill Callahan.
That's true. I didn't even think about that.
But anyway, I think my favorite has to be Hira. I like tech geeks. He was techie.
don't know. I disagree. I think arguably Hero is the worst character.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's not a bad character. I think his character is the most bland for purpose of relatability.
I think it's hard to watch him because he's a child. Like he just
Yeah.
acts so immature about everything.
Yeah, well, this is kind of a coming of age thing for him.
Right.
When you think about it, that's kind of one of the big themes of the movie is grief and how you handle it.
Right.
And and the hero's journey basically is to show how he needs to handle it so he doesn't risk becoming like Callahan.
Pretty much, I agree. I still think he's the worst character, definitely.
Yeah, he is kind of bland, but
He has the potential in the sequel to I believe become a lot better.
yeah. This is kind of a problem. This is the problem you always have with ensemble casts, is making every character interesting.
I think they
And
did a damn good job though. Like they did better than the Avengers.
yeah,
I mean, like Hero's not great, but he's definitely not as bad as Hawkeye.
no, I say it's
No
kind,
one's as bad as Hawkeye.
No one's supposed to.
it's always a bit of a problem when the character who has like the least bit of development is the one who you spend most of the time is one who the movie spends most of the focus on.
Right.
Yeah,
I think they had the
I think
added
the
benefit
movies-
of having a lot of characters, so they could develop in a lot of ways, and there were so many different personalities that people wouldn't have focused on the main character so much. They would have actually focused on the team members, and I think they had a benefit with that.
Yeah.
I think
Being able to hide that a little bit.
Well, since Hero is the main character, he serves like to be relatable. Like I think it's targeted at like not middle age, but like middle kid age. You know what I mean? Like 13 up, I think. Around that age is people who are most
He's
likely
14.
to watch this. Yeah, well, he's 40. Like, basically, kids around his age are people most likely to watch this, right? And I think they're trying to make it so that they can relate more to him by making his problems and his issues be more general problems and issues of people that age. You know what I mean? He has that same responsibility, same kind of negative behavior that they have, while at the same time exhibiting kind of coolness in doing it. Basically, it's for them to imagine them being him, doing cool shit. Which by the way, I think is why in the next one it'll go away, because usually that kind of stuff disappears after a single movie, because that character then, by the fact he's gone through this, gains a personality.
Out of all the rest of the team, he's the only one with no powers.
That's true, but can I just point something out that annoys me about him, right? This is another thing about Hero that annoys me. I'm not sure if it's the writers who did this or if they had to write for Hero, but I call it plot stupidity. He's a fucking genius, and he built them all super suits and superpowers, right?
Yeah.
Why did the stupid bitch not make himself a super suit? Sure, he's got beer mash, but give himself some powers too. At least allow himself to fly. And also, he already made like 10,000 of those little kind of bots that he can use to create that the bad guys are using, right? Why don't make a couple more? Just a little bit more, give himself a bit of an upgrade here.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be that hard. It was plot stupidity. He made the entire issue a whole hell of a lot more harder because he didn't think it through. Genius, my ass.
Well, maybe that kind of draws into the fear. Maybe even though he wants justice, he's hesitant about directly taking action. And as you can see, when he's almost ready to kill Callahan, and what's the name of the other character? When he's almost Cray.
Cray.
Yeah, sorry about that. When he's almost ready to kill the both of them, so it kind of shows perhaps that's why he's so afraid to take direct action, that he'd lose control.
That's actually a very good point. I didn't think that.
And plus, he's a 14-year-old kid. Maybe he doesn't think things all the way through. He thinks that the little team of superheroes and the robot are enough. He just wants things to get done quickly.
That's actually, see, you guys have changed my mind a bit there. I now realise that I could have been wrong. Still, he's a genius. I'm gonna call that 50-50. He had a mind fart. He was an idiot for a bit. He didn't think it through. Also,
They're
actually,
probably trying to
subconsciously
hold
not wanting
him
to actually
true
do it.
to his comic counterpart too. His comic counterpart has no powers. He was technically the behind-the-scenes tech geek.
Mm-hmm.
So the fact he went on the front lines in the movie with no tech powers of his own, that was kind of stupid.
Yeah, I think I just figured out why he actually didn't have any powers like that. Because basically that team is very taught out. They all have specific set of powers to make them useful, right? And if he had powers, not only would it ruin that, but inevitably the only powers he could have is Iron Man powers. And they can't be copying Iron Man already. So.
Yeah, because they can't have a 14-year-old drinking.
Yeah.
Well, that.
That one.
Yeah,
That
I
one.
think that
Or,
might
you know,
be
just
right.
banging anything that moves. You know, they can't really do that with a 14-year-old.
Mm.
Well.
Unless it was Japanese.
I have no comment for that.
We're
you
trying to be
racism.
racially sensitive. Okay, let's see. We have Jim and Abby answering the question. How about Neko or damn, what's his name? Omar.
What's the question?
Your favorite character, bitch.
Oh.
Hey, hang on. Let me do
You
that.
said it was an egg. Oh, yeah.
Who's your favorite character, bitch?
Well, giant yellow dick. It's Aunt Cassie. Because I think she's the most unusual. Like, you don't expect her to be interesting. Comes out of left field. I never saw her coming. Every time she was on screen, she was funny. I was never not entertained when she was on screen. I just thought it was cool. Plus, I liked how her existence brought a little bit of a personal touch to everything. You know what I mean? It was like all a little bit like, oh, she's trying hard to pay for the kids. Oh, she was sad too. And it's just like, oh, okay, there are emotions associated with this now. You know what I mean? Like, she isn't some super tech geek or anything, but she's still trying her best. It's just nice. And I think it's weird. It's one of the best portrayals of an actual mom in TV since the fucking Incredibles. Side note, she still does look exactly like Mrs. Incredible, which is probably not an accident. Oh. Yeah, it's Aunt Cassie easily. Followed probably by Go-Go.
I am torn between Hiro and Fred for favorite.
We could have very different tastes here, because those are my two least favorite.
Okay, when I was younger, I like Michelangelo from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Fred reminds me of Mike.
He does, when you think about it.
I would agree.
I never really watched that show.
Well, that's part of the basis. He reminds me of someone I liked. Same thing with Hiro. He reminds me of
Michelangelo
another
is the orange one, right?
Now what?
Michelangelo is the orange one, right?
Yes.
He's funny, he likes pizza.
Yes. They all like
great.
pizza.
Well, he particularly likes pizza.
Orange wearing turtle with the nunchucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I know him. Like, I watched a bit of it.
Sounds like a California surfer dude.
Cowabunga, dude!
Yeah, I know. It's one of those, I never watched much of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but I watched.
That was when I was a kid. And I mean, like, the original classic and the attempted reboot.
Yeah. Continue.
But anyway, like I said, Fred reminds me of old-time favorites as much as Hiro. That's part of what draws me to him.
Fred reminds me of Shaggy.
That's what I was thinking.
Go-Go comes in
Both are
third.
stoners.
Like I was saying, Go-Go comes in third for me because she is like other characters I liked as well.
Where do you rank Honey? Where do you rank Honey Lemon?
Everyone likes Go-Go. That's the only thing I know. The only thing I can agree on is everyone likes Go-Go.
Honey Lemon's actually like towards the bottom of my list.
And I thought she was okay, but she was a bit too much of a stereotypical Genki girl.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I will
Like,
second that. But
she was so intelligent, but like, she was so prissy at the same time. But like in a good way.
Genki Girl.
She was like
okay, the
really
original
bubbly and
one.
nice, but like at some points it could get annoying.
Okay, something I
Wait,
liked.
wait,
in
hold up, gentlemen.
Wait, can we let Neko speak, please?
Wait,
Okay, original Honey Lemon, no one had any idea where the hell her purse that gave her superpowers came from, but in the movie they gave an explanation. It was tech that they made.
Yeah.
But I like that they kept her power so intact in that roundabout way. her
Okay.
powers came from a purse, and that was kept consistent.
Cool.
Well, to be fair, her power was held in the purse, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Like, it was just an old purse.
Sorry, what were you gonna ask, Omar?
What the fuck is a Genki girl?
Okay.
Alright, let me get the official explanation. Genki, from the official source, TV Tropes, Genki is Japanese for energetic or enthusiastic. The Genki girl is a character, usually a schoolgirl, but not always, who acts like she's been mainlining Red Bull and crystal meth. She is possessed of an overabundance of energy, such as she runs everywhere, speaks quickly, and always does everything fast, fast, fast. She's filled with confidence and determination, regardless of whether she's competent or not.
So she's the
She was basically a
stereotypical main
hyper
girl.
version of Gretchen Grimler from Recess.
Yeah, or Tomoe from Azumanga Daioh.
Wait, Gretchen? Okay, what? Let me think. I'll check Gretchen out because I probably know her. Gretchen from Recess is most likely. No. In Recess.
The geeky girl who hangs out with TJ Detweiler?
Okay, she has a difference here. Genki girl you show me, Gretchen, she's not hyperactive, she's a nerd.
I said a hyper version of Gretchen.
Oh yeah, well, so basically she's the stereotypical main character in a girl-only anime.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yep.
Alright, got it.
Okay.
Yeah, you're talking about Honey Lemon here, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
So at the beginning I thought you were talking about Go-Go. Yeah, I don't like that about her either. But at the same time I did, because she was like a perfect example of it, like a very good, more entertaining version
That
of it.
reminds me of Spinelli if I was to keep with the Recess theme.
Yeah, actually, that's what I was thinking as well. Go-Go actually, the entire team is based on the Recess kind of trope. Think about it. Actually, yeah, it is. Oh my god, Baymax is holy shit. Baymax is the tubby guy. Phil, I think. Oh my god.
Mikey!
Holy crow.
Oh, okay. We made a huge breakthrough in this podcast.
Big Hero 6 is Recess.
And Wasabi is Gus.
Oh my god.
Okay. Jim, did you say your favorite character?
Yeah, I mentioned it was Go-Go. And unfortunately, I'm gonna have to.
When you said Go-Go, the one viewer just went away.
Well, I'm sorry about that. Speaking of going away, I have to head out too. Unfortunately, sorry I couldn't stay that long.
It's you technically stayed.
We enjoyed the
around
time you've had here.
All right, I will be sure to catch up on the rest of the call when you post it later. Take care, everyone.
Goodbye.
See ya, man.
Bye.
His favorite character was Go-Go. And he had to Go-Go.
Oh, that was just funny how, like, you said Go-Go and the one viewer just went... that viewer must be, like, the only Go-Go hater.
Oh, they're talking about Go-Go now? They're talking about Go? Oh, fuck that shit. I ain't even.
I thought they were here to talk about Baymax and Hero. I ain't dealing with this shit. No, thank you.
That fat ass motherfucker, I ain't talking about that bitch. Goddamn. Goddamn. Goddamn.
Yellow ass motherfucker. Just walk out.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay,
Wow.
Okay, let me go. Go, and my favorite character is Fred.
You're dead to me.
What?
You're dead to me.
I know, he
showing a
sort of
loving piece of
reminds
crap.
me of. He sort of reminds me of myself a little.
I feel like that isn't something you should say.
About the underwear thing. I was like, oh my god, you and me have just connected.
Oh, God. Oh.
And the thing is, he's like, yay, free food, and he has like his whole mansion.
Do you have a mansion? Because you should tell me. You should tell me that. I'm just saying, if you happen to have a mansion, you should definitely tell me that.
Yeah. Nah, I'll let you wonder for years.
I'm not kidding. I will invade your house if you get a mansion. If you get a mansion, I will be like, okay, well, you should just stay still while I kill you and take your shit because it's mine now. I like mansions.
It's harsh.
Necessary.
Hardcore. Hardcore pretty
What's
fast.
the next question, by the way?
No, you're not going to kill me.
Uh,
My listen,
You're like Fred, you have a mansion.
fiance my fiance is the only one who's allowed to kill me. Okay, he gets dibs.
He gets dibs of your death.
Yes.
That's how relationships should work.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna die, it's probably gonna be Abby who does it.
Probably. And if I die, Omar better be your first assumption.
Yeah.
In fact,
Exactly.
it will be me. I've already planned it out. It involves lasers.
Oh, that's interesting. Might involve chains.
Oh, good. I like chains.
Chains are, see, I'm even taking into account how he would like to die.
Yeah. See, it's inventive and taking into account my own likes when I die. Very nice.
That's real love there.
Right?
Next question.
Okay.
What do you think made this movie so successful?
Why do you think this movie was so successful?
Boom, I got it right.
The hero fad that's going on. I think that
Incorrect.
had a role.
I don't think there is a hero fad. I understand that there are lots of hero movies, but that doesn't make it a fad. I think the reason hero movies are successful is because they are consistently good. Like, tell me the last truly terrible hero movie. Like the last actually bad one. Like, not subjective, not you didn't particularly like it. The last everyone didn't like it thing. It's been long enough that I think, and long enough and rare enough that you can assume when you watch a hero movie, it's going to be good. Top that off with the animation thing. You get a movie from Pixar, DreamWorks, or Disney, it's going to be good no matter what. So you mix the hero with the Disney, and then when you see it, which is so colourful, so nice looking, it's just nice for the eyes. It's like food for the eyes. It was inevitably going to be successful. It comes from good genres. It's made so colourfully. And it was advertised beautifully. Hey, I'll be right back. Someone's knocking, yeah?
Yeah. They have something that's really good. They have like a rhythm when it comes to movies and music, where there are things that if it's in, people will attach themselves to that. There are certain levels of the emotional level that everyone can connect. Everyone who's lost someone can be like, oh, I feel for this kid. I feel for all these people. There are so many levels of connection that even children can make in this movie that I feel like people were going and seeing this movie, and then they were going home and they were telling all their friends, you have to go see this movie. It's so good. I mean, the animation's good, the story's good, the everything about it is just good. I mean, I don't watch movies over and over and over again because I like to use that time to watch other movies and stuff because I'm really big into movies. And but I've watched this movie 4 times. So, I mean, I really love this movie. It's not only the fact that Baymax is Bay, but it's just like everything about it is adorable. Everything about it is emotional. Everything about it is just there's so many levels. It's like a good cake. There's like the icing on top, which is the general animation, the nice spongy, texture that is the emotional and the psychological connect between the characters, the story, and the audience that it's, projected to. And then, sometimes there's like a cream filling in between the layers of the cake, and that is Baymax. Every movie needs that character, that sidekick that draws everyone in, and Baymax is so iconic, and so marketable. Like in terms of when you look at now their marketing as far as merchandising, I mean everything is Baymax. He is a figurehead, and when you get that icon recognition in that, where everyone can say, yeah, I know Baymax. Maybe not everyone knows Go-Go Tamago and Wasabi's names, but everyone knows Baymax. And I think stuff like that makes it easy to connect and to make it a successful movie.
I actually agree with that. Betamax, he's the only member of the team I actually remembered their name straight away. Everyone else, I had to kind of hear it multiple times. The only people I remember offhand are Aunt Cassie and Go-Go. Mm-hmm. The rest I kind of have to remind myself of.
Right, and then you have people, it's become pop culture references, because not only are people seeing this movie and then saying, you have to see it, but then they're seeing it, and then they're doing the Balalalala and the furry babies. I mean, everyone is making those jokes and making those pop culture references to this movie, which makes it, it sticks around longer because of that.
So when you said the movie's
Neko, were you trying to say something?
Huh?
I heard you trying to interject 1 or 2 times.
Well, okay, part of the reason why I say there's a hero fad going on is because how many things based on heroes has been like trying to make it big recently. There's a comic that's recently come to a Japanese comic that recently came to the U.S. being sterilized and everything.
Boku no Academia?
Yes.
Yep. Look, I won't lie that I do think there's the fire is starting, but I don't think that being a hero movie makes it successful. I think it has to be
No,
good.
it just gives a wide audience, and the wider your audience, the more likely.
Yeah, but at the same time, I think what you gotta realize here is the reason that audience is there, it's not because people like heroes, it's because every hero movie so far has been good. You see a hero movie these days, it's almost guaranteed to be awesome. So if you see one that has like that kind of property in it, you instantly you look at it and you think, okay, that might be good. Now, I won't agree that it does help, but I think really that helps about as much as the other properties, about as much as the colourfulness, the memorable characters, the mimetic qualities, and the fact it's from Disney. I think overall, the hero fight is the least kind of the generating factors. Though it does generate some, I think that is the last bit. Like, just because it's a hero movie doesn't mean I'm going to watch it. And I'm the most likely. I'm very big on heroes. But I never watched Green Lantern. I refuse to. It looks awful. And frankly, it probably is awful. And I'm just not going to watch it. And even when I had the chance, I didn't watch it. It wasn't some kind of like, oh, I'm not going to watch it because it's awful. It was just, I didn't really want to. And I feel like that kind of.
I think you just named it a
if someone who's such a big fan as me doesn't do it, then that doesn't mean it's gonna have like my dad doesn't go. My dad still thinks heroes are weird. My mom is not particularly a big fan. She watches it when it's on TV, but she doesn't particularly go for it. My sisters and brothers are mediocre on the subject. They don't go out of their way to watch them. It definitely helps a little, but I think not as much. Well, not so much so as to guarantee this movie's success.
I think another thing.
Girls, Omar challenged someone to name a hero movie or franchise that was not doing so good.
He named one.
Yeah.
He answered his own challenge.
Bingo.
Well, yeah, but how long ago did that come out?
Not that long. I mean, me
2011,
and
2012?
Rev have been dating and engaged for like maybe 3 to 4 years, and it came out within that time frame.
So I think it came out in 2012, if I remember correctly.
Shut up about me forcing him
I'm
to see
going
the
to
movie.
While he's doing that, I think another thing that made this movie as successful as it was, Omar mentioned that it was Disney, and that made me think there was so much advertising. I mean, whenever I went to go see a movie in the theaters, or even when I was like watching things on YouTube, there was always an advert on YouTube for this movie that was coming out, Big Hero 6. I mean, the advertisements for it were everywhere, and I think that put definitely an idea into people's heads that they wanted to see this movie, whether it be just for the sheer repetition.
As a side note, I probably wouldn't have watched this movie if I hadn't seen all the adverts. And another side note, I watched it with you, didn't I?
You did.
Yeah. I also would have watched it.
You watch, like,
you know
I
how you
watched
kept telling me it was good?
I came home and I was like, you're watching this.
Yeah, you told me it was so good. That's one of the things that got me to watch it.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, I would have watched it eventually, but I wouldn't have gone out of my way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Definitely worth it, though. I want to point it out.
It's a good movie.
Oh, yeah, on side note, Green Lantern, 2011. It's been 4 years since the last bad hero movie. Now, here's the thing. Find any other genre on Earth and tell me there hasn't been a bad movie in that genre for 4 years.
Okay, and don't use found footage because, yeah.
Found footage.
It's easy to fucking mess
That's
up.
pretty good. Chronicle's pretty good.
Chronicle. I actually liked not paranormal. Project Almanac was. I saw that with a Rev Resner this year for Valentine's Day.
What's that about?
Basically, it's this film that doesn't need to be found footage, but they wanted to make money, and some group of kids discover plans to time machine, and they build the time machine, and it's sort of like Chronicle in that there's these group of kids that are using time travel how you would if you got the ability to do so, not helping save the world, but get rich, someone's picking on you at school, get back at them, and of course things go haywire.
Go back in time, bang their mum.
What?
Go back in time, bang their mum, and become their dad.
Oh my god.
Well, listen,
Then you walk up to
Futurama did
afterwards,
that.
look them straight in the eye and say, "Who's your daddy?"
Oh.
God, that's horrible. Like, would it be like this boy, gets this letter that says, "Who's your daddy?" and doesn't understand it, and he ends up sending the letter to himself later in the movie.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
This is when
he leaves it with his mom, like when when she's like, "I'm pregnant," and then he's like, "Give this to your son on his 16th birthday. Bye."
Oh, good. Okay, we've gone off track. I'm not sorry, but let's.
Are we even supposed to be talking about movies at this point anymore?
Okay, let's see. All three of you have said why you think Big Hero 6 was successful. I will admit that it has to be some combination of the brand of, Disney and superhero. So, yeah, probably the combination of the two because, Disney, good brand, and then Neko brought up the superhero trend, so you combine those two into that.
I completely I don't think that the hero fan is powerful enough to do that.
What?
I don't think the hero fan is powerful enough to have that effect.
Be surprised.
Maybe. We'll see. We'll see.
If there's a Liam Neeson movie coming out, I don't care how crappy it is, or even if he's in there for just half a second, I have to see the entire thing.
Just to make sure. Just if he's in there for half a second, if he's in there for a whole second, I'm making sure.
Yeah, I have to. Yeah. The sexiest man alive comes in like a movie, you have to make sure.
I respectfully have no comment to that.
Oh. Rev sort of looks at me when I say, "Hey, that's this guy or this girl is this is sort of cute," and he just looks at me like, "Not another one."
Oh my goodness.
Okay, let's get to the most.
Like, you've got that fan fiction going in your head already, don't you?
What fan fiction?
No, you just have one for everything. You're just ready to make it.
Yeah, that I have so much, stuff in my head and I can't get it out.
I know that feeling.
Okay, let's get to rating this film. It's going to be the usual. My 1 out of 6 jumps from 5 to 6. So
The rating system is so illogical.
Yeah, I'm not a Vulcan, so yeah. So
wait.
Go ahead.
Okay. So it's 1 to 6, yeah?
What?
It's 1 to 6, yeah?
Yeah.
And what is 6?
6. 5 is the usual, 5 stars. 6 is something extra special.
Alright. I'm gonna give it 5 stars then, for me.
5 stars.
I wish it was longer, and I wish there were more Baymax.
You want to do
more. If the movie had been called Baymax and it was just watching Baymax for 90 minutes, I think it would be a 6. That's.
Or how about 90 minutes of drunken Baymax?
90 minutes of drunken Baymax is Bay in life, and I'm ready for it now.
Give it to me.
Give it to me now. I want this in my life.
I hated that part was so short because it was so funny.
We jumped out a window. Okay, compose myself.
Yeah, we all did. Okay, Omar, what would you rate this movie?
I'm gonna have to rate it a 4 out of 5. I think it's damn good, but I think it wasn't a perfect rendition of what it could have been. I think it could have been better if they maybe just, I don't know, added half an hour on and made more interaction between the main characters. I think that would have been good. I feel like, the creation of the super suits. If that wasn't a monologue, it would have been a 5. And a 6 is pretty much only movies that make me immediately kill myself to get a sequel. So, yeah, 5. No, it's 4. Yeah, it's 4.
Yeah, I would probably sacrifice someone for a sequel to the A-Team movie. Because every time I watch that film at the end, I'm like, I can't wait for the oh.
The sadness.
I felt the sadness there.
Neko, what would you rate Baymax Big Hero 6?
I rate Big Hero 6 at 5 because I would happily watch it again.
Yeah, I also have to give it a 5 out of 6. It is awesome. Baymax, the one little scene where Hero falls down and then stuff from the shelf keeps on falling off, and Baymax has to keep on restarting his little, speech again and again and again.
Yeah.
I nearly died laughing in that part.
I kind of want to watch it again now.
You should. Okay. And that has been the podcast. So, Omar, what do you have for your entertainment section?
Entertainment section. 2 things. Soon upcoming. Well, actually, 3 things I think about it. Upcoming soon is the next crossover with Arrow and Flash. It's going to be great. I don't even know what it's about, but it's going to be great. I've seen a still from it. It's got Firestorm in it now as well, which is nice, slightly arousing. I think I said before that there's going to be a new third DC show other than Supergirl, which is basically some kind of anthology show or combination show with the Atom, Firestorm, and Black Canary, and assorted other heroes. So that's going to be good. Secondly, there is a X-Files sequel coming. It's not a reboot; it's actually a sequel. So it's the same people. That's going to be good, inevitably. It's a 6-episode miniseries, so long episodes, but not very long. And finally, and lastly, Constantine, one of my new favorite shows. It's looking like it might get cancelled, guys. Not enough people watching it, not enough respect for the awesome show.
I would have watched Constantine, but I'm having a hard time keeping up with my shows as is. But that definitely.
Yeah, well, guess what? You're to blame for it. It's gonna die. You're gonna Firefly this motherfucker. That's what you're doing. That's what you're doing right now.
Why don't you just watch it on like 3 different devices at one time?
Watch it on 5. Every TV I have is watching it. My microwave
It's on my
is watching
phone. It's on the phone.
The fucking toilet's trying to watch it.
I'm sneaking in my neighbor's house and turn it on.
Breaking and entering for a good cause.
But seriously, guys,
I do it for
you've
Baymax.
got to watch it. It's good, really good. I really like it. Gonna have to power through the first 2 episodes though, because it really does get on its feet after that. I don't know. I think for me, I really started to love it when there was the Angel in the hospital episode. I think the Angel hospital episode was when it started to click for me, truly. So get to there, and you will truly start to love this show. It's good. Good.
Well, for me, I'm having some issues with fan fiction informative because my program that I am using is Windows Movie Maker.
Yay!
Oh, I remember that. That's when I could actually edit videos together. That's the only crap.
Okay, my problem. Some of the components on it is so fucking small. I can't read it for long. I cannot mess with it for long because of that.
Windows Movie Maker is awful. There's a few free online editors you can get. You should check them out.
I'll have to see if I can find one that is not a scam.
I tried putting the old version that I was used to, but for some reason my laptop doesn't accept that, even though it works perfectly on Rev's computer.
Your laptop is a goddamn modernist or some shit.
Yeah, my Marty is actually going to be getting me a better, quality laptop, just because me, him, and one other guy will be doing a sort of Let's Play series through Minecraft, so I need a computer that can actually handle that.
Yeah, it wouldn't be good if you were doing a Let's Play on something that can't handle, like, it's like you're going 1 frame a minute. You're just sitting there like, it'll catch up, guys. It'll be fine.
Like some 7 days to live or something, and like I would set up my character, and then then I would go to try to play the game, but then it freeze.
Hey, if I know anything about games that are hard to play on a crappy computer.
Like we tried this happening 5 or 6 times. I was like, fuck it, this is not going to work. Oh god. Yeah. Okay, Omar, do you have anything to announce?
Not currently, no. The Ready to Roll group is still on hiatus. We shall be returned soon. I will say in the episode when we're back. Probably. If I remember. Other than that, no. I am hungry though, so I would rather like a burger. Anyone have a burger?
Burger?
You are obsessed on burgers right now. I think you've mentioned this is the second or third time you've mentioned it.
I like burgers, goddammit!
Hey, I'm not judging you. I'm not judging you for liking a burger.
Accept my burger love.
I got brownies.
Ooh.
Are they special?
Define special.
They will make me feel extremely happy and forget my craft.
Yes, I have the brownies
when
for
you're
you.
downright fresh, yes, this batch of brownies would make you feel special.
Ooh.
Right now, these are not fresh. They're a little dry.
Josh, I got fresh brownies for you. We'll talk after the podcast.
Okay. Okay, Abby, do you have anything to announce? Like your upcoming murder of Omar or anything?
No, I am, and at this point, I am fairly happy, and there's no plans for murder that are, not out of love.
Okay, what?
No, I don't have anything to announce then.
Okay, do you have, for when I actually edit the description, do you have anything of yours you'd like me to link to?
Not that I update regularly. I'll message you later if I find something that I have that I would like to be shared. But at this point, I don't have any forums or. If you have some plans for world domination, I'll be happy to link to that. Oh, those are private. that is material that I don't think the majority of people should see with their eyes, if you know what I mean.
World domination plans open source.
I got forums on world domination, raising puppies. I mean, how can you? Oh crap, those are the same thing. Okay, Neko, you already mentioned the problems with Windows Movie Maker. Do you have anything else to announce?
I have not personally linked my fanfiction in .NET account yet to my series, because I have some old stuff on there that I am kind of ashamed of. In terms of, let me see, typos everywhere, Mary suing, and whatnot. Can you not delete them? I gotta back them up, so I have something to work with when I rewrite them, daggum things to something more palatable.
What do you mean tacos?
I never said anything about tacos.
You can tell he's hungry.
How the hell did he hear the word tacos?
He's
Tacos
hungry.
everywhere. What? Manchu?
Typos.
Typos. Oh.
Not tacos. There are tacos everywhere on this page. How did I get so many tacos?
This is
Okay, let me put it this way. One of my biggest fanfics I got on my page had about 20 or so typos in the first chapter. When I ran and drew a spell check for the first time. Whoops!
Oh.
Jeez. I understand about being ashamed of past fanfics. I have an old fanfiction account that I pretend doesn't exist.
My Little Pony.
I got like 3 blogs that I got that same feel for.
I'm actually going to be redoing the fanfic that I have on that account sometime in the future.
Yeah, once
I have it all outlined, but the thing is, I'm working on so much stuff, and I have to delegate each part of each day for certain things that
well,
doing so.
I'm torn between saving my bad stuff as examples of what not to do, or just get them off of there. One of my worst shames is going to stay put because I want others to see how I changed over time.
Just a constant reminder.
Yeah.
Just to look to the past. Just
Constant
something that you look at and you look at and you say, "Oh dear Lord, that was me."
Yes.
Oh, fuck,
And then you look at the next one. You look at the next one. You're like, "Okay, good. I got so much better." Oh God. It's just to make yourself feel better on a bad day, you know.
At least I'm not past me.
Different.
At least I'm not that anymore.
Yeah. The one I'm talking about is 10 years old.
Oh yeah, I can. Yeah. I don't see. I look at notebooks and files on my computer of things I've written that I wrote 10 years ago, and I look and I'm like, I don't even want to look at that. I'm not going to. It's not gonna happen. Considering the fact I was, 8.
Yeah, the rewrite is night and day compared to the old version.
Yeah.
But yeah. Ironically enough, a lot of people say crossovers don't get much recognition. My most recognized is my crossover.
That's good. At least you're not recognized as the smut master on the Animorphs fandom on Tumblr.
No, I like a good action romp. There's enough romance as is, not enough action.
I don't know, sometimes I write things just for fun, and it's just like, I don't want to be recognized for all that. Look at all the other stuff I spend a lot of hard time and work on. I'm just really afraid I'll be like walking into Starbucks and someone will, recognize me, and I'll be thinking, hey, they're going to recognize me for this series or that series. I mean, I do romance a lot. And so I'll be like, and they'll say, yeah, you're that person who writes that really weird smut. I'm like, fuck.
Don't give a face to your smut, because then you'll get that. But if you don't have a face to your smut, you can write all the smut you want.
Yeah, but the thing is, I do like these podcasts where they can see my face, so if they
That's
watch.
what I'm saying. Like, don't either don't mention it in the podcast, or
Ashy,
just like
don't feel bad. Don't feel bad. My mom writes smut quite often.
Oh
God!
I want to know about a mom.
Oh God!
God, I'm never having children.
I never read them. I don't plan on it. I stay away from her site.
Just a little Jash comes over. Mommy, what is smut? And you're like, don't, that's not a word to you. That is, just go to your room. Go.
Go to your room or
I don't
I'm
write
going
it.
to
Not part of my life. Go. I like how the future of our generation is like, it's not, like, oh, your mom's fat. It's, your mom wrote smut when she was younger. Your mom used to like yaoi.
No, my mom still does.
No!
I am not kidding you. And she was recognized for it on the website she goes to.
Oh, no.
Thankfully not FFnet. She and I go to separate sites entirely.
Oh, God.
That'd be awkward as hell if I was on the same site.
Okay.
Like, okay, seriously, I'm on Facebook with my mom, and that's bad enough.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll be going to my announcements now, so we can push this "My Mom Writes" smile out of our minds.
So I was already trying to forget, and you're just pushing it back in.
Sorry. Okay. Okay, my first announcement. The first chapter of In Between Akin to the Platypus, which is an Avengers and Animorphs crossover again, is out on my blog. So if you want to go to my blog and read that, do. There's no, maybe I don't want to. There's just do. The second part of my Project Almanac review is released. I have finished writing up the next part of my Animorphs reread, and now all I have to do is the graphics and then edit, and so it should be out next week. The poll on my blog is still open. It's the which YA series deserves an adaptation. So, these young adult series that have had adaptations that totally fail or just miss something. The dragon on my sidebar has been named Ultimate Pongo by Marty, although Omar suggested that.
Suggested what?
Pongo. Omar, explain Pongo to them.
Pongo is a stupid bitchy Tumblr user.
He created the term.
Pongo scum.
Yeah. My writing.
Get Pongos out of my country.
There's deep hatred here. Okay.
There
are emotions, and I can feel them, and I am here for you.
And you're going to love the description once it's been approved, Omar.
Oh, God.
The writing shop is open, so if you want something from me, go look at it. I, of course, have some things that I won't write, and I also open myself up to denying anything. If I decide, okay, that's too weird, I'm not doing it.
Like painting the toenails of a fox.
I do want to point something out here, though. If you do ask her for this, and she does refuse you, something is deeply wrong with you.
Was it the upholstery? What's wrong about it? It seemed perfectly normal to me.
Yeah, it's just like if I deny you because I say, okay, that's too fucked up, I can't,
I can't even fathom that.
Yeah, then you've done something seriously wrong because just
you need help. You may need to go to a therapist to deal with whatever made you think of that and made you want that to be written about.
Jashy? Got an honest question. Did you ever got a review in a different language?
No, I don't really have people comment to me, so I haven't. I've had people only reply to me in English, so yeah.
That's interesting.
I
recommend Google Translate, whatever your question is.
Yes, sometimes Google Translate messes up.
I use Babylon.
It's funny. But Google Translate just makes things funny.
But yeah, I ended up having someone from, I'm not sure if it was Spain or Mexico. They spoke Spanish, and they reviewed. Apparently, they've been self-translating my fanfic to himself and enjoying themselves on the story.
Well, that's cool.
That's really neat.
That definitely shows that you've gone somewhere in the world. People are like, we need to translate this so my friends can understand it.
Considering how many countries have checked out my story, I'm actually surprised one of them decided to respond. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and United States has 15, but that was default.
Yeah.
I got 14 others checking things out.
Good. I actually have, for Blogspot, you can see some of the search terms people use to find your blog. Rat butts pics. Someone searched it and found my blog, and I'm just wondering, I have butt stuff, but I don't have rats.
Squeak, squeak.
I don't know. I honestly, I was trying to hold it in. I was trying to say, you know what? You're not gonna laugh at that. No, that's seriously funny. How do you get that?
You do not have rats, but you do have a mouse you use every single day.
I have a touchpad. I don't have a mouse.
Oh, really? Oh.
Yeah.
Cheater, cheater, pumpkin eater, man.
I mean, there's probably a plug in here that can, use a mouse, but I'm just like, fuck it. Not literally. Not literally.
Ah! See, now that you said not literally, the only thing I can think is that you're just trying to
know,
put it
right?
up, and that it is literally. You're just literally
Okay, the final thing I have to announce is on the bottom of nearly every post on my blog is a link to an Amazon ad, and if you click on that and buy the product, you will help support me, which means in 10,000 years I'll probably have enough money to give Omar $1 for being a co-host.
Woo!
Woot woot.
Money.
Yeah. Okay.
Get that paper though.
What?
Gotta get that paper though.
Yeah.
Getting that jingling.
Get that jingling.
Okay.
Don't be such a knob.
Making that cheddar though. Oh,
everyone say their little leaving message, and then we'll finish with Omar, and I'll cut him off halfway through, starting with Abby.
Thank you for having me. I really had a lot of fun. Bye.
Okay, Neko?
I had a blast. Thanks for letting me come by.
I
hope to get something new for Fanfiction Informative done soon.
I've been Jashikins, and if you have suggestions or questions about this current podcast or suggestions for topics for future podcasts, please comment below. And until next video, goodbye.
Fuck you all, you Pongo bastards!